welcome to the month of April. So today we're going to be finding lots of inversions. The theme is upside down, so having a little different perspective. But especially with this shift of season now, let's really start to shake off the dust and see things a little bit differently, finding lightness, finding joy where we can. I'd like us to start on our backs. If you have a bolster, that's going to feel really nice, bringing a bolster under your bum. If you don't worry, you can do this with cushions or without. You can even use a blanket. So come down and join me on the mat whenever you're ready, lying on your backs. And I'd love for you to bring your legs up nice and high. So just take a moment here, maybe just wiggling around the toes, maybe have like a little shake in the legs, so that eventually they can land a little bit more in stillness. Allow the toes to soften, the knees to soften, allow the eyes to close, and soften our hands on top of our bellies. Bringing our awareness to each breath. Noticing the rise and the fall of your belly. Noticing how it feels to have gravity working a different way right now. As we start to make those breaths a little bit longer, can you start to breathe in through the nose for the count of 4, and out through the nose for the count of 8. So we inhale for 4. We exhale for 8. We inhale 4. We exhale 8. Well done. And if we close down those eyes, just allow them to lightly flutter back open, wiggle out through those toes. And when you're ready, keep those elbows next to those ribs. We're going to catch hold of our hips. So see if you can give like a little bit of a swing into your legs and catch your hips with your hands. So are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Good job. Catching hold of them. Squeeze the glutes, reach the legs up as high as you can. Big deep breath in. And then exhale, maybe bending the knees, bringing the knees towards the forehead. And maybe starting to reach the legs towards behind the head. Good, breathing in here. Exhale very slowly, gently release. Bringing your bum all the way back down first. And then find a nice little windscreen wipe of those knees. Well done. You're going to roll yourself over onto your favourite side. Take a little moment there to pause, to be still. And then coming up to your all fours when you're ready. Nice. So from your all fours, spread those fingers nice and wide. Ground down for those knuckles. Knees roughly underneath those hips. Take a breath in. Pull the chest forwards. Peel the tailbone up nice and high. Take a breath out as we arch the spine, tuck the chin in towards the chest and separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, heart pulls forwards, tailbone lifts. Exhale, arch the spine. Good, tucking those toes now, bring the bum up nice and high, finding our first upside downy shape with our head. We've done it with our legs. So see if you can just have a nice little nod, a nice little shake at the head, a little bend through one knee, a little bend through the other knee. And as we come into this downward facing dog, just checking in with how the physical body's feeling today. And then maybe starting to lower both those elbows down towards the ground. Good. Coming into our dolphin pose, explore how this feels in the shoulders. And see if you can gradually start to reach the nose towards the thumbs. And then bring it back. Good, one more time, just like that. Nose to thumbs, bring it back. Well done, one more time. Good, well done. And then gently lift up through both your elbows. Take a nice big deep breath in. Big sigh out. Lovely. Right leg lifts up nice and high, and as you exhale, you're going to step it in between those hands and walk the hands round towards the left. Coming into your wide leg forward fold. Head starts to dangle nice and heavy. Notice any sensations to the inner thighs. And maybe you want to grab hold of the knife edge of your feet or your big toes, whatever feels best. Bending the elbows and diving it down. Seeing the world from a different perspective. What's it looking like behind you? Are you creating any fun shadows? Good, and then walking the hands back towards the front, stepping it back, downward facing dog. Well done, lowering those knees down onto the ground and tuck the toes. So our first inversion that we're going to play with is going to be our headstand today. So our first one is going to be our forearm headstand. So think about elbows stacking on top of the shoulders. Think about cupping the hands and bringing the hands to the back of the head, okay? So you want to find... like you could bring a piece of paper between your head and the ground, so it's your shoulders doing the work to keep you up in this headstand. Okay, so bring yourself next to a wall if you want. You got this, okay? And baby steps, right? So just think about one little thing at a time. So if today you're practicing just cupping the hands and arriving here, then just stay like this. Maybe today you want to tuck the toes and bring the bum up nice and high. Maybe today you want to walk those feet a little bit closer. Maybe today you want to find a tuck. Your own variation, take what feels good. Maybe you can start to lengthen the legs up nice and high. Take a breath in and a breath out, slowly, gently. Start to bring yourself back into a tuck and lower your feet down. Awesome work, well done team. Okay, tuck those toes, bringing it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through in between those hands. Walk the hands round towards the left. You're coming into this wide leg forward fold once again, and you can most definitely stay here. Or if you like another variation, you're going to come into your tripod. So maybe just hopping the feet back a little bit. You're going to bring the very top of the head down towards the ground. Bring the hands behind you, fingertips pointing forwards, creating a 90-degree angle with those elbows. See if you can very slowly start to hover your feet up, and you can stay here. Or if you want, start to bring yourself all the way up. In your own time, bringing those legs wide and slowly lowering them back down and lifting the head. Well done. Walk the hands towards the top of the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Okay, you're nearly there. Lowering those forearms down once again, coming into our pincher, our forearm balance. For this one, you might want to bring a block under your back foot. You might want to bring yourself up against a wall once again. Have a little bit of play. This one's a real challenge, okay? So try not to overshoot it with a kick. Try and think about pushing your hands into the ground and think up, and try and use your glutes to really slowly exchange the weight rather than an out of control kick. Does that make sense? Okay, whenever you're ready. Tuck the toes, stay in here if you'd rather, into your dolphin. If you want, looking forwards, walk the feet up a little bit higher. Good. Maybe lifting up with one leg. Maybe just play with a little bounce. Good. And then maybe you can start to explore a little catch and hold. Maybe one more. It's been a while. Good. Just finding some lightness and a little bit of a play with it. And then finally, tuck those toes, bring the bum up. Downward facing dog. Shake out with the right leg. Shake out with the left leg. With the right hand. With the left hand. Awesome. And then walk those hands a little bit closer. You ready? Don't overthink this. You're going to come into your handstands. The shoulders, rock forwards. Have a little light kick. Good. One more. Okay, one more. Good, well done. I hope you enjoyed finding a little bit of lightness, a little bit of wiggle on the mat with me, and I'll see you guys for next month. Bye.